Do not let this Friday go to waste. Do not let this Friday go to waste. Why? Because you have an opportunity here with this Greater Life CoffeeCast to start your day in a powerful way, and from there to rise into the greatest version of yourself that is possible for this day alone. And how are we going to help you do that? Well, we're going to wrap up all of the ideas, the topics, the takeaways from Monday through Thursday across those 4 pillars of health, happiness, home, and hustle, so that if you missed any of them and or if you didn't quite take the action that you wanted, you get a second chance. You get a chance today, on this Friday, to rise once more. So on Monday, we explored the idea that human beings are living miracles, that you are a living miracle. And that the odds against you existing are like 120 trillion to 1. And so you know what? For me and the members of the Greater Life community, that means you have something to share with the world that only you can offer in the way that you can do it. And one of my teachers in business a long time ago, he came from a quite Christian background. And it blew my mind when he said it. He said and I'm not, by the way, advocating for whether you have to believe in God or not. It was a framing of this idea that we each have something unique to offer the world. And he said, there are things God needs to be spoken into the world that only you have the voice for. And if we take the God word out of it, what if there are things that life needs to be shared with the whole of life? That you are the most potent mouthpiece for, or the most powerful body to bring those works into being. You are a living miracle. Tuesday, we looked at the importance of celebration in habit creation. The idea, based on the work of B.J. Fogg and Tiny Habits, that emotion creates habits. And indeed, that if you want to begin a new habit, then finding a slot within your day where there is an existing habit that is well established that you can build in. So for me, I shared the example of checking my bank balance every morning. And every morning I wake up and I make some kind of hot drink. So literally, while the kettle is boiling, I have time to check my bank balance. So the existing routine was boil the kettle every morning. I've simply added into that the tiny habit step of check my bank balance as a way to build out the long-term habit infrastructure of financial mastery. Okay. And for yourself, what might that look like? Might it look like, BJ Fogg gives the example in his book of doing some press-ups every time you go to the toilet, right? Not like literally while you're on the toilet, that could get super messy, but when you're finished, right? There are going to be moments in your day where you could carve out 10 to 30 seconds, and that 10 to 30 seconds could make all the difference, okay? Depending on what you fill it with. And, most importantly, the celebration you end it with. Okay. We then looked on Wednesday with the pillar of home. Home being, of course, yes, your physical environment, but also your close relationships. Who are the people? Who is the person you haven't spoken to for a while? And can you then pick up the phone, make contact? And in doing that, what magic might come? For we are not meant to be solo beings. Even though this term like solopreneur is trendy. No, screw that. Like, being a solopreneur sucks in many ways. I still want human connection. Even as I'm here with just my phone camera chatting to you, right? But I know that as a bare minimum, 50 to 100 people will be checking this out today alone. And that number will grow exponentially. So, who can you pick up the phone to? Who can you change? Whose day can you change as you change your day? And then on Friday, sorry, on Thursday rather, today's Friday. On Thursday, we looked at the idea of clarity being almost the foundational C, letter C, of the 6 C's of commit to your cause, connect with your customer, clarify your value, create your offer, cultivate your ecosystem, and communicate your message. And those 6 C's, if you can do those well, what will flow from that is clarity and traction. Clarity of your message and your customer and what you offer them, and traction when you share that message and that offer with the marketplace. Okay. And those 6 C's founded upon the 7th C of clarity. Those 6 C's really are the antidote to the noise. All of the noise of all the content that's out there, when you create from that foundational place of applying that framework of the 6 C's, then you separate yourself out from everyone else who's just putting stuff out there. Okay. And so that is our overview of what we've covered this week. And as ever, if you have any questions that you would like answering, knowing that I'm a gloriously neurodivergent master jack of all trades, like seriously, the breadth of stuff that I've studied at a fairly deep level is quite frightening and is super awesome. So what I know is one of the gifts I bring is to be a spark. Like if there is something you're interested in, it's very unlikely that I can't point you in a direction to deepen your knowledge, understanding and insight. And I love that process. So any questions you have, any topics you would love for us to cover. And of course, if you are not yet, as an entrepreneur over 50, a member of the Greater Life community, come and join us. It is a wonderful place where together we build out our greater lives across the 4 pillars of health, happiness, home and hustle. All right, I'll see you next time.